Good evening, everyone. This is StoleYaSweetroll, kicking off the second part of our Build and Chill live stream that we started yesterday with the haunted house build. So, yeah, 100% live right now, John. How are you doing? But yeah, we're going to be continuing on with the haunted house build that I started yesterday. A little later than usual. 8:41 p.m. here on the east coast of the U.S. So, yeah, here we are. Let's see. So, kicking off where we left off, I went over to Custom Worlds and I came up with an idea for this place. Now, it's going to get a bit complex. Doing pretty good there, Harry Pickle. How are you today? So it's going to get a bit complex going forward. I have a few ideas and a few changes that I'm going to do. In the custom world, I wasn't a huge fan of having these boards showing through the wall here. So, has anyone seen my sweet roll? I swear I left it right here on the table. No, I have no idea what happened to your sweet roll, Radrux. I mean, I have no idea. No clue. So, I did like the way that these boards looked on the exterior of this wall, but I wasn't a huge fan of the interior. So I'm going to change it up just a little bit, and you know, if you guys like it this way and you guys want to replicate it this way in your build, go ahead. That's completely up to you guys. It's your build. I'm just here for inspiration. So I'm going to scrap these out. Oh, can't be accessible because they're tied. Huh, okay. 1 minute. We're going to have to do a little bit of, let's see, I'm about to burn them out to get them to delete. Let's see. Oh, come on. Come back. Here we go. Hopefully that won't burn the big wall. It'll just burn the, there we go. Now let's see if I can get rid of them. Aha! Forget your rules. I will break them all. Anyways, so, the game plan for that. Now I don't have the plans to build what I want there. But let's go into second person view. And we're going to have my wife's character build the chalkboard. Now, as I noticed yesterday, the haunted house walls, whenever you place wall decor on them, it actually sinks into the wall. So it got me thinking, hey, you know, I could use that and like board up a window with a chalkboard. So you see she's built that there. And yeah, I got the chalkboard shown on the inside. Not a huge deal, but then you go on the outside here, and it's literally just like straight up plywood. So that's an idea. Now there's another way I can do the windows that'll completely hide the framing bits, and that's going to be using the defensive walls. Let me go to defenses here. These guys right here, these perimeter railings. I know of a way to get them to go in the wall and completely overlap, and that's what we're going to do with this window. First, I got to change it over to a shack wall, and then burn it out. Okay. And what I'm going to do this, and if I had the foresight to if I had the foresight to set this up before putting in the underpinning, I could have just raised this foundation to do it. But I like punishing myself for whatever reason. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to snap off a floor over here, and I'm going to store this one, and I'm going to raise this up. No, I'm not going to raise that up because it's not going to let me. Go figure. Too high. So let's bring it over here where I can raise it up. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that one right there is probably already at the right height to do this, but I'm just going to go ahead and freehand it here. Now, if I did that right, what I'm going to do to check is I'm going to bring this wall over here. I'm going to line it up so I can see where this is going to fall. And as you can see, it's a little bit higher than the windowsill, so I need to bring it back down just a little bit, like so. And like I said, if I had the foresight to do this before putting in my underpinning, I could have just raised this foundation up, or not that foundation, but this foundation right here, and snapped up. Maybe it'll be a mess. But anyways, what we're going to do here, we're just going to use stairs, and I'm just going to scaffold my way up, and then back down. I know this is a mess just to get one little piece in. It's floating because it's detecting, I'm assuming, that floor right there. Hopefully this doesn't give me any issues getting the upper floors in. Still detecting this floor right here, likely. So let's just shift this over. Stairs can be so finicky sometimes. Now, hopefully it's not going to give me any lip on getting these floors to snap in over. But I'm going to go, and we'll just take these over here like... Okay. Alright, let's try this one instead. So it's floating. So, okay. So I'm going to take this and not the foundation. It's always nice when the game throws a wrench in your plans. You're like, oh, I know exactly what I'm going to do. And I have a gut feeling this is going to tell me I can't pull this out. Because it wouldn't be accessible. Yeah. So I'm going to have to repair this, replace it to a doorway, and then pull this out, and then take that back to a solid wall. What a mess. What a mess. Nope, not this way. So I bury my wife's character in flooring. Okay, so now that I got this, I can go ahead and change this over to a shack wall and burn it out. I appreciate that, Ashton Skywalker. You know, in time, it'll, you know, these things don't happen overnight, so I'm patient. Alright, now we got that scrapped out, well, not scrapped out, but burned out. I should be able to, crossing my fingers that the game doesn't throw another wrench in my plans. Yeah, just build this guy right in like this. Now with that one built in, what's going to happen with that? I'm going to go ahead and delete this upper floor. And I can go ahead and get rid of the scaffolding that I built, but first I got to get rid of this upper floor here. So we're going to pull this out and just delete these guys because I don't need them anymore. And I need to replace my floors. Come on. And make sure I get the rotation right, because that's always important. Structure will not be accessible because, yeah, of course it isn't. So I repair this wall again. Oh, got a little bit of oh well, that's better than a bunch of other stuff showing through, so I can live with that. And this is a very important reason why when Bethesda made that change that made it so you couldn't detach doorways from floors, that it was so detrimental to the build community, because right now, in order for me to have turned this foundation, I would have had to have deleted the wall. And after all that I just did to get this one piece in, it would have been brutal. And then I wouldn't have been able to fix the floor rotation. So good on them for reverting that. That'll do. I mean, a little bit of that showing through isn't a big deal. So you come over here and you see I got these vertical boards kind of going across here, and then on the inside you can see the yeah, looks pretty good. It's another way of doing the whole boarded up windows, and that's what we're going to go with on this one. All right, so let's just jump my. Oh, she's stuck in the floor. That's a good place for her. She'll stay right there. That's fine. Let's move this floor over and get my wife's character out of the floor. She'll be hanging around, her character will, to build the things that my mule character can't build. So, let's see. It kind of feels good to do a live stream at a different time of the night, because I know a lot of the times when I go live, a lot of people can't view my stream live. So it is refreshing to be able to play live with you guys and gals and give you the opportunity, those of you who don't normally get the opportunity to watch, And this floor is a mess. It is all sorts of messed up. As you can see, whenever I'm grabbing these foundations, they seem like kind of shifting around a little bit. Some of my foundations shifted whenever I logged down to the server last, and it's just a bug that kind of happens sometimes. Your foundations and walls will shift. As you can see right here, this wall has now got a seam, a visible seam in it now. I'm just going to live with it. I'm not in the mood to tear it all out. So, continuing on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get this A-frame mirrored to the back of the house. That way I don't have to fight with it later. I can go ahead and do it now. And when we go to putting the inside of the house together, it's going to really come together, and it's going to be quite a sight to see. It's going to be really, really interesting. At least I hope it's going to be interesting. I thought it was interesting. Anyways. So let's just walk our placeholder for the offset A-frame height to the back of the house. Come on. Come on. Oh, yeah. This guy's got to come out. Let's move our emerging mannequin over here. Okay. This one's here, and then here. Cannot be accessible. Okay, so the height that I've got these at, it's being supported by this one. So this is going to be interesting on the backside where it's so high. I know of another way. No, there is another. There is another way. So on this backside, I'm going to drop the height down 1/2. Instead of playing from this height right here, we're going to go from lower. What that's going to do, it'll make it, first off, it's going to make it easier for us to move everything around and not be held up by placement restrictions. But on the other side of it, that means I've got to, let's see, this guy's going to go in like so. And then I need to build a half wall on top of this one. And doing this in a little bit of a different order than usual. Usually I build the A-frame first and then I build the center bit. But this time around I'm just going to go about it this way. And then I need to build up. I'll just use these guys. 1, 2, 3, and then stored. Move this over in place. We're going to burn out that top piece right there. Alright, so with that gone, I should be able to, yeah, delete that out. Now that that's in, now all I have to do is simply offset. Simple, he says. Simply offset this this foundation down here, and then we'll go ahead and build my A-frame back here. If I can learn how to read, that would be helpful. I keep going past what I'm wanting to go to. Alright, so offset these to this right here. I don't even need this one. We're going to leave that off, and we're going to go ahead and build up the walls here. I remember right, I had... This is where the bathroom's going to go. So this is going to be 2 halves on this side. And then we're going to go to the contemporary set because I think the collision's just a little bit different on the haunted house set. And I know the contemporary set works for this, so I'm not even going to do the guesswork. I'm just going to go like that. And then we're going to, from here, instead of using a half wall to go up, we're going to use a full wall because we dropped it down a half. So when you go with the full wall, that puts you up where you need to be to attach this roof in. And you do 2 of these. Jump up here and go to our walls. And there we go. That is done. Now we just got to drop these to a disconnected piece, and we're in business on this. All right. So that's done. I'm going to keep this placeholder. I don't think I'm going to need it anymore, but just in case something arises and I do need it, I'm going to just shift this placeholder to the back corner of my camp area and leave that there for now. Because you never know when you're going to need it, if something gets messed up or whatever. So we're just going to save that for now. Next thing, I'm going to go ahead and put in the doorway for the back porch, or the back door. And we're just going to repair that. We're going to leave that like that for now. We'll fix it when we button everything up. So, now for the fun part. I had an idea for the interior with the roof, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to build... Thanks, Seneca. I do appreciate that. That is spectacular. Do appreciate the super chat. Really do. Maybe Jace will show up. He's an awesome guy. Awesome guy. All right. So let's see. So for the main living area on this, what the plan was. So right over here, this is going to be a bedroom right here. And then this is going to be the bathroom on this floor. And then we're going to have the kitchen and dining area. It's going to be like a shared area, though, between the living room and the rest of the house. And what I'm going to show you here. Let's see. I'm going to move this over here out of the way. I mean, we'll need it in a minute. But I decided I was going to come out with the floor another row right over here, like so. And this is going to be another bedroom. So this will be a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. And yeah, okay. Let's see here. Let's get this rotated right. Now, when I was doing this in Worlds, it was a lot easier, naturally. So I'm trying to remember the exact specific build order I got to go in on this, because I'm going to do a insane roof. It's going to use a pretty generous amount of budget, I hope. So, first things first, I need to get... Let me see how high I can raise this up. Not very high at all. Alright, so I might have to go down with that instead of going up. Move this out of the way again. Alright, let's see. Get in the house. Okay. Which, that might be... Could that be high enough? That might be high enough. Let me check. Let's see if that is high enough to do what I want to do. So I'm going to go up a half of a wall. And that... Not quite. So what I want to do is I want to have an angled roof coming up that is right at the height of the top of the door frame on the inside of the living room. And I did this with the stilt house last week, but I'm not going to do the crisscrossy bits. It's just going to be, well, you'll see. Let's see here. Let's see if we get this raised up a little more or lowered down. It might be wiser to go down with it. So let me move this over, and then we're going to take this. I'm going to go down with it. There we go. And I'm going to try to snap these into that lower one. And if this measures out right, And I only need one to get the placeholder in because I'm going to float the roof in. So we're going to go with this one, and I believe that should put us right where it needs to be. Let me see the doorway height. It's kind of tight, but it'll work. It'll work. I think it'll work. So let's go ahead and... Now, sadly, I wanted to have the inside have a real dingy roof, but because of the fact that all the other dirty style roofs have an overhang, they end up clipping through the exterior of the exterior walls. So the only way to actually do it and have it look right is to use these guys, which it's okay. I can live with it. But yeah. So now that we got the first placeholder in, I'm going to go ahead and remove this and store this. And we're going to bring the floor back up. So we got the one roof in, and that's all we need to get going on that. And let's get this over here and get this back in, which I'm going to be pulling this right back out to put underpinning on it. So and I'm going to make sure I get the rotation right, because it's all over the place on these floors. Wouldn't be accessible, of course. Doorway. Is that right? Yes. Yes, that's right. Okay. So, let's see. This has got to have underpinning built on it now. So let's go ahead and pull this floor out for now. And we're going to go ahead and use our scaffolding. And we're going to get the underpinning in. One small concession I had to make with this on the underpinning, because I'm so close to the water, you can see the water level right here. When the foundation reaches the height where the half walls no longer cover from the ground to floor level, I couldn't put in full walls because the game has placement restrictions on building walls in water. So I'm going to have to go half walls all the way around to right here. And there's going to be a small gap on the bottom, but I'm going to make it look clean. Don't worry about that. So we're going to go right here with that. Store that. Get this back in. I'll try to get that back in. Let me jump up here. I got stuck. Take that down. And yeah, my rotation's still whack. Alright. I think that's looking pretty good. Alright. So we're going to move this one out. What am I building today? Skooma Guy. I am building I'm building a house with the haunted build set. I don't know how haunted it's going to look in the end. I'm hoping I can pull it off and make it look really, really spooky, especially with the mire atmosphere. That's the hope. But yeah, I'm shooting to make a really cool looking haunted house here in the mire. Let's go ahead and put in, and you see how this is it's up. Not a whole lot I can do about it. Like I said, whenever I went to put in a full wall there, and it won't let you because of the water. So this is just how this one has to be on this back corner. Kind of a bummer. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to change over the flooring to concrete. And that'll kind of look like a footer at the very bottom where it transitions from, say, like a cinder block to a brick. It'll look all right. While I'm here, I'll just go ahead and replace this to the... Well, make sure I have the rotation right, because once I change to brick, I can't change the rotation. So, rotation's right. So let's go ahead and change this over to brick. 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 And brick. Alright. So, for the next part, we need to go ahead and get in our exterior walls. If I remember right, I had a window here. No, that's a door. A window here. and I had a pair of windows on this exterior wall here, and then a solid wall here. I have another solid wall here with, if I remember, there was a one. It was a 1x1 bedroom. So this had a double wall here, and I noticed the haunted wall set won't let you double. So you got to use the contemporary, barn, industrial, or brick set still yet to double up. I think the log set will double up too. But anyways, we're gonna do double walls through here, and hopefully I haven't messed up, but right here, and I may have to take these walls out to do this, which if I do, it's no big deal. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get a roof in. Okay, maybe we'll get a roof in, maybe we won't get a roof in. I wonder what the issue is. I'm gonna change that to a solid wall. Okay, so that's interesting. The haunted set gives you collision on the doorways if you try to put a roof in front of them. At least it just did in that situation. I don't know if it's typical, but it's what it just did to me. So there's that. Keep that in mind while you're building. And I'm going to use these, the shack wall arches. And now that we got these in, we're going to replace to a flat or detached piece. And we're just going to store these. That's still attached. Okay. Now with that done, we can go ahead and continue with the roof. I'm going to go ahead and let's see. I need to get the underpinning. I need to get the underpinning the rest of the way around this. I don't think I made a mistake here with this. I might have to burn that out. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and burn that out so it will be floating or be able to be floated. And we're going to get the underpinning. Yeah, there's so many areas where the Halloween walls are messed up. But in some of those areas, we can use it to our advantage. Especially with the fact that wall decor sinks into them. So, easier with these walls because you can sink the wall decor in. And then you could change to a different set of walls and it still be sunk in the wall. So there are benefits to it. There are benefits to its brokenness on a lot of things. Alright, so continuing on. We're going to get the underpinning on this side of the house done. We'll pull this foundation piece out. And we're going to go ahead and get the exterior backside underpinning piece in. And let's see, barn. It doesn't matter if you use barn, industrial, or contemporary. Barn's just what I landed on that in that situation, so I'm going with barn. And right here, no issue. I'm hoping I can get this one in without having to go underground. If I have to go underground, so be it. But let's see here, stored. Hey there, Mr. Jonah. What's happening, buddy? Right on. So I didn't have to go underground for that. Cool deal. I'm just blazing right through this pretty quick. All right, now with the underpinning in, go ahead and replace to the brick. I didn't check the rotation, but I think it's right. Yeah, it looks right. All right, with the rotation right, we can go ahead and put in our underpinning. Let's see, we need to put in a double wall right through here. A row of double walls all the way across. Actually, we need to go and let's see. I'll use industrial for this. Why not? 1 and 2. Another row here. What's up, Fishnizzle? Good to see you with us this evening. All right, and then we need to get the exterior side. So we'll go ahead and go to the haunted wall set. If I remember right, I had 2 windows. And then I had a solid wall right here. I'm going to go ahead and repair this half. And then we're going to put in the double wall to partition off the bedroom from the bathroom. And for that, I'm just going to use the industrial wall set, because why not? There we go. Okay. Now that we got the interior walls all fleshed out, now comes the fun part of getting the roof over this place. And I figured out a method to get the soffits from the haunted roof set and have the slanted roofs without dormers. It's a bit expensive on the budget side to do, but I really wanted the soffits on this house, so I made sacrifices. All right. And for this, when I do the roof, I'm going to use my wife's character to just break everything, because I do not want to have to go through the hassle of getting the flamethrower at the right heights to break everything, because there's so many roof pieces I'm going to be merging together that I just really don't want the headache of it. So let's go ahead and see here. Get this one in. Come on, I had it. I'll go back with that, and come on. Okay, this is a doorway. I probably need to change this to a solid wall. Jump this side and change it to a solid wall on this side too. And we can replace them back whenever we need to get into those rooms. So I'm just going to attach this here and bring it down. Okay, that works. That works. And as you can see on the inside, we've got a lower roof, but it looks really good in my opinion. I like it. So the next step we're going to do is we're going to build a flat roof across this. So what I need to do is I need to kick my wife's character from the team. And I'm going to engage PvP with her character and have her break all of my roofs, because like I said, it's a lot faster than having to fight with a flamethrower. And if a flamethrower is your only means to do this, it is possible, but it's just going to take a little while to get all the heights and get everything to where you can break it all. So if you've got a buddy to help you out, this is and a buddy who wants to help you out, this is definitely the easiest way to go about it, is just to have somebody to break your stuff for you. Alright, so we're gonna go from there, and what we're gonna do is a flat roof across here. Let's see, let's get this rotated. I'm not sure what that one just attached to, because it looks like it attached down a line. It was weird. Okay, so with the flat roof across, and I'm not going to repair the bottom half yet, because we've got to put another layer of roofs on top of this. So I'm actually going to go and break all these flats that we just built. It's but it's going to come together really well in the end. All right. Now hopefully my kids aren't fighting too loud in the background. I may have to see if I can't get them to calm down a bit here in a moment if they don't straighten up. But anyways, with that broken, what we're going to do is we're going to go to this outer corner here, and we're going to build a flat haunted roof. It doesn't have to be this roof in particular, but because I'm going to be changing to another piece of the haunted build set, I just figured I'd start from the flat haunted. And it's very important you do it from the flat, because what's going to happen when you replace from a flat to... I scrapped it. When you replace from a flat to a corner piece like so, it actually lowers the height of the corner piece. Now we got to make sure we rotate this in the right direction and have it coming like this. And it's not apparent right now, but what that does, this lowers this piece down so we can actually layer a roof on top of it and cover up where it's not going to match, cover up the bits of the roof that won't match with everything else, but we'll have the soffits on the exterior that we won't have otherwise. So let me go ahead and I'm going to continue across this, and on the inside we're going to have the dormer piece. It's going to go on top of it's going to snap in to this. Oh, come on, it's so hard to get this to go, but we want it to snap to this roof piece. We're going to continue across, and we're going to build in a hip style roof on the inside with the dormers in the middle, and which I don't necessarily know if I need this one here or not, but I'm just going to do it anyways, just kind of matched up. And one neat little side effect with this, if I put this roof in right here, and I'm not sure if it's 100% necessary, but on the interior side of the house, we're going to have a little bit of autumn decoration. We're going to have these little leaves. They're going to be on the wall in here, so it'll kind of add a little more of that autumn flair. So we're going to continue this across. If I can get this to go in. And it's always tricky trying to get these guys to snap in when you got so many snapping points that the game is wanting to snap the roof to. So you got to be real precise and real careful as you're lining everything up. Let's see. This one, I believe, goes like so. Yeah. And we're going to do the same thing over here. Come on. And sometimes it's easier if you jump up trying to get some of these to go in. All right. So with these in, once again, we're going to break those. I know, it's such a mess. I'm going to try to stand in a place where you can see. So we're going to break these out. And this is why I said, with the amount of roofs that I'm layering up here, it would be easier if you have a friend to help you. Because getting the flamethrower in line to do all this is a mess. I did it with the flamethrower in Custom World last night, and it took a generous amount of time to do. And that was in Custom World, where I could just build the flamethrower floating where I wanted it. Now in Adventure Mode, you'd have to build up, support for it to sit on. Okay, so with that, we can apply some more roofs. I never said it was going to be easy. But let's see here. Let's get this one to snap. Now you see, snapping off of the arches here, we're actually above the level that these haunted house roofs are. And this will actually cover up the shingles and whatnot there. And we'll still have our soffits, and we'll have a roof that matches. Oh, snap. You know what I forgot, though? I forgot the chimney. I forgot the chimney. I got so involved in getting this roof done, I forgot the chimney. So, hey now, buddy. Goodness gracious. My apologies. Oh, wow. So, in the original build that I did in the Worlds, I had... In the Custom Worlds, I had a chimney built right here, a fireplace and chimney. However, I kind of got ahead of myself in getting this roof in, and I really don't want to go and tear out the roof to do this. Forgive me. So if you want to have a chimney built right here, or wherever you want to build it, make sure you build your chimney, fireplace and chimney, before you build your roof. However, I think I'm going to cheat. I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to try to get the fireplace in, and then I might doctor up something for a chimney that's a little bit different than what I built in Custom Worlds, but it'll still work. Cannot place intersecting. Yeah, go figure. I might be able to get this roof piece back in if I delete it. Wouldn't be accessible, so we need to repair that. I'm taking a chance. I'm going to delete this roof out, and try to get this chimney or fireplace in. Huge chance on that. So we're going to leave that like that. That'll be alright. And on the top side of it, yeah, this is going to be, it's going to be a mess. Alright. So let's see. Oh, go figure. My wife's got a disease. Her character does. And just killed me. Go figure. I'll pop a survival syringe on her character. That way I don't kill myself again. Alright. Let's get back over to the house. I hear you, Lars. I hear you. Yeah. Bloody built. Yeah, it's. I didn't even notice at the time that her character was killing me slowly. Okay, let's see if I can get this to snap in. Okay, good. I got that to snap in. So instead of, which I might be able to work this out. I'm gonna have to delete out a few roof pieces. Is that the kids or a cat? And we're gonna replace this to a flat. Those guys are overlapping there. Probably need scrap and scrap. All right. So with those guys scrapped, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna repair this, and like I said, I'm gonna. Goodness, cats! It's not the kids fighting; it's the cats. All right. So I'm gonna build a slightly different chimney on this house than I did on the other one. And to do this, what I'm going to do is we're going to use the, let's see, defenses. All right, here we go. We're going to use this guy, the Wavy Willard Stone Column, and we're going to build 2 of these. I'm going to need 2 of them. And then tables. On top of this, we're going to have this little guy right here for the chimney cap. They're not lined up. Go figure. All right, take that back in. Ah, whatevs, that'll do. Alright. So, I'm going to try to raise this up and get it on top of the other. And I'm going to fall. Try to line this up and get it stacked neatly. Okay. Think. Okay, that wasn't straight. Of course. So we're going to try to shift this where it needs to be. Alright, with that shifted where it needs to be. Oh. Got ahead of myself. I got to take this back down. I forgot to drop merge the table. Come on. This guy, if you grab him too high up, he won't register support for whatever reason. I'm going to grab him a little lower. And we're going to move this back on top of here. And what I'm doing here, for those who don't know, I'm holding X and I'm using R1 and L1 to manually raise it up and down. That way it doesn't mess with the rotation of it any. I know a lot of people don't know about that trick, so just filling you in. We're going to drop merge these together about halfway. And this will put the top of the chimney just above. So let's see. We're going to grab this. We'll jump up here. Goodness, get up here. We'll get an idea of where this is going to pop out on the roof and how high it's going to be. Take this back just a little ways. Alright, so as you can see on the roof of the house, which that might be just fine, because I've seen plenty of houses that have really tall chimneys. And, you know, I think I'm going to go with that. Now, it's not going to have a smoke effect, but that's just the way it's going to be for aesthetic purposes. I kind of like the height over having the smoke, so it's just going to be a really, really tall chimney sticking out of the top of the house. So with that, we're going to break. Let me make sure that's where I want it. I guess take this and we'll replace this back to a sloped piece. And what you're going to see on the inside, you're going to see the top of the fireplace, and you see the little bit of stone that's going up through the roof. So that's how that's all going to come together and work out. So what we need to do now is I need to use my wife's character again, or in your however you want to do it. We're going to use a flamethrower or what to do this. But like I said, if you've got somebody helping you out already, may as well get them to break the roof pieces, and then we gotta put a roof back together. So all the stuff that I had in previously that I deleted out, we got to rebuild. So we've got 2 pieces that we got to put back in that I deleted out. We had the flat, that roof, and we're going to break that one. And let's back up here. And we're going to try to get... Goodness. Good job, buddy. You going to go watch SpongeBob? Yeah, that's cute, bud. Alright, so with that broken out, we need to go ahead and get our slanted haunted piece back in here. Come on. There we go. And with that one back in, and we're going to break that one also. And I think I need to re-handshake. No, I don't. Okay. Alright, so with that one broken, we're going to continue our roof over. This is an expensive roof. Alright, so continuing over, we're going to get this in here, like so. And this is going to go all the way across. But I'm not going to do this one all the way across just yet, because I still got to get the other pieces in over this area here before putting in the top pieces. Alright, so with those in, now it's kind of 50-50 whether or not this will work. I've seen this sometimes just snap in, and other times it won't. And it appears it's not. So we're going to go ahead and break out this row of roofs as well. This is a right mess, I have to say. But trust me. Alright, let's see. Let's get this one to go in here. And we're going to jump over here where we can stand, and then I'm going to have my wife's character go to the other side and break these roof pieces as well. Okay. Now if those broke out, we can finish off the top. Come on. There we go. Now, for the side of the house here, we need to do the same thing we did with the... Gotta figure out which way the rotation is going to go. Maybe this way? We'll see. Yes. So you want to have the rotation like this on your arch piece. Once again, replacing from the flat. Yeah, I'm on PS4. Skooma. You're going to replace from the flat to the hip. And then that... See, if I snap this to the corner like this, you can see the height difference here. When replacing from the flat up, it drops down the other one. So we want to make sure this snaps to the lower roof. And then we're going to break these out, and then we're going to build a hip roof over that. So that's the game plan there. Now you could do a gable end roof on this side of the house if you want, but I wanted to mix it up and have a hip roof in there. So went with the hip style on the side of the house and gable style roofing on the main part of the house. It kind of looks a bit like maybe an addition was built. I've seen many cases at IRL, some of the older houses here in West Virginia that had, you know, additions built after the fact, and they had, you know, say hip style roofs on the addition, but then the rest of the house had a traditional gable style roofing. Coming back, we need to go ahead and break this roof out. Because what we're going to do is, coming off of this this hip style roof we're going to build over here on the side, we're going to have... Come on, get up there. Come on. There we go. We got to blend it back into the rest of the roof. So in order to do that... Come on. In order to do that, we got to come back straight off of this with these roofs right here. And they're a bit tricky to get to snap in. And you also got to make sure they snap to the right height. Please don't say that, because it snapped to... What did it snap to that was floating? It snapped to something floating. That's lovely. So I'm going to have to replace that to a flat to get it out. Hopefully I can get a hold of it. Oh, come on. Repair. Repair. Good Lord. Why does it have to be in line with that? So I'm going to get a hold of it here. What a hassle. Try to get a hold of this glass roof. No, I don't want to repair. I want to get the glass roof. Good Lord. Alright, I want to repair that, and I want to replace that up to get a hold of the glass. Yeah. What a mess. Oh, now an even bigger mess. I gotta figure out which one of these was... Oh, shoot. And that's another thing, when you're playing in Worlds, you don't have to worry about this crap. No, I don't want to scrap. No, this is frustrating. I can't lie, this is frustrating me. So I'm gonna have to... repair that, replace that to a flat. Replace this to a flat, and then try to get a hold of the... Oh my God. Maybe I can do it from here. And this was this piece? Confusing the heck out of myself here. I'm gonna try to get a hold of this one. Place that back to a flat. And then, good Lord, what a pain in the butt. And then I have to deal with the sound of these vertebrates because reasons. Okay, so I have to say that made me sweat. I'm like stress sweating now. It's like hoping I didn't mess up the roof, but yeah, it looks like we can make this work. So be extra careful when trying to blend this, because if you snap to the wrong piece, you're going to have a bad time. What a pain. Crossing my fingers. I hope this goes where it's supposed to go. And I think to give myself a little more purchase area for it to try to snap in, I'm going to try to bring it from this end. Come on. I'm so leery that that's snapping to the wrong piece. We can get it to go in from over here. Wait a minute. Okay. There we go. Man, what a pain. It does seem like a lot of budget on the roof, but I mean, if you look at where we are on the budget right now, I mean, we're still in the bottom 20% on budget used, and we're almost done with the entire structure. So it seems like a lot, but trust me, it's worth it in the finished build. Don't skimp on the details. I mean, you can go simple, but to me, I always go for as highly detailed as I possibly can do. That's just me. So let's see. Next, I think that's blended. That's got that. So then we got to do the row of these hip pieces on the back to get the back bit done. So we're going to go to this corner right here, and once again we're going to start from a flat, and we're going to replace to the hip, and that's facing the wrong direction, so I need to rotate it 1, 2, 3. No, 2. Right here. So we'll replace to the hip from there, and that's going to have the level drop down just a little bit. And we're going to come across with the dormer, the dormer piece, which they would give us a slope piece, but you know, it's Bethesda, whatevs. I wouldn't have to be going through all this nightmare if they gave us a sloped piece for the haunted house roof. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and we're going to break. And all this stuff's going to get broke like 100 times. So I still got to finish up the roof underneath. But anyways, we're going to continue over, and we're going to end right here with another one of the hip pieces from the haunted set. We'll try to rotate it so it snaps in. Come on. I may have to go to the top to get it. Let's see here. Let me step outside. I'm trapped. Might be able to jump up right here. Okay. So we're going to try to get in this this hip piece right here. And come on. This is where things get tricky. My apologies for it. Wait, I had it. I saw it clip in where I needed it. We'll go 1, 2, 3, and snap. There we go. Timing's everything on that on that jump. So with that in, now all I got to do is I got to get finish the roof pieces over this gable, and the roof will be done for the exterior part. Next comes getting the interior part done, which isn't really hard. It's just a matter of breaking out the pieces and putting flats underneath. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and break the whole thing. This, and this. All right. All right, I'll approve that request there in a few minutes there, Skooma. Whenever I'm done with the stream this evening, I'll add you to my friends list. Okay, so now with all that broken out, we can finally put in the final pieces of the roof. And these are just going to snap right to the existing frame pieces. While I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and replace this back to the doorway. Was the doorway right here? Was it right here? This was a window. Yeah, this was a window. This was a door. All right. I'll walk outside. And as you can see, it's coming together. It's coming together. And this was the whole reason I doubled them. I wanted these soffits. So that's the whole reason for all this effort, is just to get the soffits. And I know it might seem ridiculous to go through all that effort for a couple soffits, but that's where I was at on that. You know what? I'm gonna build myself a little. Maybe I can jump up there. No, I can't. Maybe I can get the roof from here. Well, it snapped to something. Okay, so it snapped to the top one. I'll give you something to stand on for a minute, and then I'll go across one at a time. Get that side. Have my wife's character break that. Oh, we're not aggro anymore, so I got to re-handshake again. All right. So step over here. We're getting close. You're real close on having this done. All right, so now we got to get this roof piece in. Come on. Try using to drag it towards me to get it in. Okay, that worked. And then I need to break the other side. There we go. Now what's left to do is break those roof pieces and then go on the inside and actually finish doubling up the roof in the rooms that need it. So I'm going to go ahead and go up. Okay, looks good. Alright, so now we're going to double up the roof. And for this part, you can use any of the roof building sets, because on the flats, it doesn't matter. They won't poke through on the exterior. But I'm just going to keep the same thing going here, and I'm just going to use the log set. And I hear you, Jonah. I'm going to make this the industrial doorway. This needs to be a solid, so always make this solid industrial wall. We're so close to being done. So close. Just wait till we hit that repair all button. This is going to be really cool when it all comes together. Come on. Come on. There we go. That in here. All these roof pieces are in. And everything is good. So I'm going to go replace this to a solid wall as well. I believe. Okay, I'm going to go hit the repair all button, and we're going to see how this looks. All right. So let's take a look around. Well, that chimney is tall. Taller than I thought it would be. But all in all, that looks pretty good. So scoot back here and try to take it all in for a minute. Now we still have to build the back porch. And the back porch is going to go the same as the front porch did. We're just going to do a custom height, float the roof over it, and then tie that all together. We can do the same thing with the gable ends on it. But as you see on the top, we've got nice clean hips, valleys, no dormers. And we kept got the soffits from the haunted roof. I know it used more budget. But like I said, just getting these soffits in the build without having 100 dormers on the roof really makes the difference to me. And I like the way whenever you curve it around, you get this extra row of soffit under the gable. Kind of looks really good. We're going to go ahead and we're going to mix these up here. We're going to change this out to this. Change this one out to this one. Mix in that and throw in an industrial one just for good measure, and then change this one out to that looks kind of neat, but it's going to be shimmery, so I'm just going to make this the haunted wall. Oh yeah, I haven't quite decided what door I'm going to go with in the final build yet. I did change it out for the in the worlds. I changed it out for the CD shed door. Let's see. This is the one that I went with in worlds. Was this door right here? Pretty good door. And see, on the interior, we can go ahead and we can wallpaper this up. I think I had we'll go with the new this little roses wallpaper. And as you can see, it covers up. Oh, well, it didn't cover up on that side. That's okay, I guess. I think once again with the floor shift that kind of happened. Apron roof. Silver the soffit across the bottom of the. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll wallpaper this up and put whatever wallpaper. I'm going to go to the roses wallpaper now instead. And we're going to change this floor over. We're going to go to the concrete. I'm going to do the dungeon floor through here. I think it looks really good. So close. We've almost got this finished. Yeah, there's probably going to be a lot more haunted stuff coming in the coming weeks leading up to Halloween. They never stop at just one thing. I find that interesting on the door. I just realized if we take the wallpaper off, the windows that are beside the door, they get covered up by the wallpaper whenever you wallpaper it. That's kind of a bummer. I didn't notice that until just now. But on the interior side of these haunted walls where you got this window, it gets covered up by the wallpaper. Go figure. Bummer. But, oh well. I guess it is what it is. Okay. So, let's get the back porch done. Instead of sitting on the inside oogling it all day. As you can see over here, where I was talking about the half walls not meeting the ground, where you go to the concrete, it kind of looks like a footer. So, I can live with it, you know. I would have preferred having brick all the way down, but because of the water, you can't get the full walls to snap in to get that gap, so it is what it is. Alright, so let's go ahead and we're going to... What I really want them to bring in, you've seen the Mothman bundle in the Atom Shop. There's a door that's pictured with it. I wonder if I can find the picture of that door in my Atom Shop. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Atom Shop, camp. I wonder if I can find a picture of it in my owned things. Let's see. Hard to say. But there's a door in the promo pictures from one of the Mothman sets. Let me inspect and see if I can find it here. It might have been on the wall torches, to be honest. I'm just gonna find those. Right here. That door right there. That has been in this game. And if you notice the floor tiles too, those two items have been in the game files forever. And Bethesda used it in their promotional pictures for the Mothman bundle. And they've never released that floor or that door. And I want both of those so bad. They would look amazing. But they don't exist yet. I don't know when they're going to exist. They dropped this year 1. So 2 years ago. Where is it? Where is it? Come on. Anyways, moving on. That bit of distraction aside, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna build the back porch, and it's just gonna be a simple 1x2. A simple 1x2, and I'm gonna build a A-frame above that. Same method as we did for the front. So I'm just going to snap off of this, and I'm going to attempt. This isn't accessible. Okay, of course it's not accessible, but that's okay. I can bring it over here, and why won't you snap to that? I bet this is in the way. Would you just go over here for a little bit? Come on, there we go. So let's try to snap this in over here. Okay. And from here, come on. From here, why won't you go down? It's not cooperating at all with me. Okay. I'm just going to lower this down just enough to get the clearance on the top of the roof. So we're going to test the height here, make sure we got it right. We don't want it to be too low because our A-frame's going to end up showing on the bottom, so I need to bring it up a little bit. A little too low. So just bump it up a couple, and that should be right where it needs to be. So we're going to go ahead and just really simply, we're going to build out from here. We're going to scaffold with these roofs. We're going to use these as a snapping point to get our A-frame above this roof. Come on. On. Alright, well, for whatever reason, it doesn't want to let me get this one in. So I guess we'll start here on this outside corner. We're going to bring that over. We're going to put a roof in here. And then we're simply going to get on top of this roof. Screen door along with the regular door. Like double door? It's doable. Alright, and we're going to place this down and store that. And come over here and we're going to build a roof off of this. Build a standard asbestos roof off of this one. With that in, I can pull this back over, and that's going to just button up nicely over here, as you can see. And get that going just like so. And we're going to pull this one over also, because we got to pull this over out of the way to get the roof bits to snap over. And then replace this down. Bring this over. Don't need this anymore. Get our stairs. We're almost there. Make sure we get the dark ones. And go over to defenses. Get our railings that match this. Here, here, and on this side. Not right there, right here. I want to go back over on this side and fix that. Went where it wasn't supposed to go. Alright. So, and with that, that wraps up the structure of this house. So on the interior, and I know it was extra budget doing this drop ceiling, but I really like the way that this drop ceiling looks. just with the angles and everything. We got a first person. We'll do a quick walkthrough, walk around, and check out the whole build. I don't have all the wallpapers on yet, so let's just go ahead and I think I had one of the wood floors in here. It might have been this one, and then I had the antique wallpaper, the vintage wallpaper in here. And oh, you know what? This was a single wall in the other build. I just remembered, and this was brick because I was planning on having the kitchen in here, and this would be where the stove and all that was along this wall. This needs to be wallpapered to match all this. The bedroom had the dark one. It was this one right here. Then I had the black laminate. Oh, and change these back to solid wall. That one here, and we're going to replace this to, let's see, go to this floor right here. Yeah. And then this bedroom had, I don't remember what I had in this bedroom. Might have had this one, just to make sure you saw the new wallpapers. And then the floor, it's probably the Foshnot, I believe. Faces a Foshnot floor. But yeah, that's got the floors wrapped up, and then all we need to do now is get the doors on it. Oh, a porch swing would be nice. Now I have I've kind of faked it before with porch swings, building a bench. Let me see here. Let's see. This, I used this bench right here, and I merged down some conduits into it, and then floated it up, and then put conduits in the ceiling, and then used the power cables as the chains or ropes for it. It worked out pretty good. I don't have an example to show you on hand, but yeah, I've made them. But it would be nice to have an actual porch swing that attaches to a upper point, and then you could actually swing on it. Oh yeah, let's see. Get our doors real quick. Let's see, doors. Use these ones. Or the rooms are so small. Into the main room. And then on this back door, I'll use this one. We'll have this open outward. All right. Anyways. Okay, so let's do a quick walk around, and let's get rid of this. I don't know if I get rid of this light will hurt or help. Now that it's all built, we don't necessarily need the light shining on it. So let's take a peek. We're going to walk around here and check it all out. Continuing on, next Saturday, I'll probably jeez. Stop it, get some help. Alright, bud, I hear you. I hear you, dude. Maybe, I don't know, let's all be adults here and not spam the chat with, you know. Anyways, just you know, whatever. You do you, I suppose, but don't be surprised if I block you from the chat if you keep it up. Okay, so anyways, walking around the front. really love the effect of the mire with the lighting, the way things go. Now, I didn't address power for this house yet, but we'll address that come Saturday on the next Build and Chill. For the time being, and I'm sure most of y'all are smart enough to figure it out on your own. You don't need me to hold your hand on how to wire it up, but we'll go through wiring this upcoming Saturday, and we'll start on the lighting and the furnishing. Yeah, here's the starts of our haunted house for the mire. And as far as budget's concerned, we're still sitting in the first 30% of the total, so we've still got a mountain of budget to work with to finish this house. So even though we did so much with the roof and so much with the walls, we still got a lot to work with on finishing this all up. So there's still a lot of room to get this done and get the decorations really on point. But anyways, it's been a pleasure. I'm going to sign off for the evening. I've got dailies that I still haven't done on here. It's been a good time getting this build finished up. And like I said, this upcoming Saturday, 1 o'clock. Rainbow. Okay, buddy, I hear you.
Happy building.
Yeah, in a moment. All right. So thanks for coming out. Appreciate everyone who showed up in chat.
And great creating as the funnest.
Okay, Eli. You want to say goodbye to everybody for me, buddy?
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Okay. So look forward to seeing you guys on Saturday. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Drop a like, comments. Well, obviously. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss the notifications when I do go live next time. So you'll be able to tune in. And until then, this is StoleYaSweetroll signing off. Have a wonderful day and happy building.